Welcome along to episode 0.2 of Geeksphere. Look, we've actually managed to get the green screen up this time without it falling over, but we're still setting up. But the problem is we have way too much gear to actually review and not enough studio time to build up. So we're just going on, we're basically just finding gear and we're going to look at it and review it. So Brad has raced up the road again with another swag load of kit, all from Samsung this time. Brad, what do we got?
So we've been lucky enough from Samsung to get the new Samsung Windows 8 phone, which we've both been having a bit of a play around with, and it's really, really nice. We've been lucky enough to actually spend, I've got this for the weekend actually, we'll have this hopefully online tonight.
How do you get these things?
I know. But we've had a play with it most of the day, and this is actually a device, I'll be honest, that initially I didn't want to like because it felt plasticky, but it is absolutely beautiful to use.
It is, and it's very much like the Samsung Galaxy S3. We've actually just had someone look at it who has a Samsung Galaxy S3. They just said, yeah, it's almost identical. So it is slick, it's clean. The lines are clean on it. It looks like an executive phone.
Yeah, totally. And I think one thing I really like about this is that, again, the out-of-box experience, as you saw from when we did the Surface one, was just like the Apple experience. I was up and going in about 5 to 10 minutes. I had all my settings, all my music, everything just worked out of the box. It was absolutely mint. Now, some of the new things with Windows Phone 8 that we've been setting up here. We're going to do a deep dive on this, but you have your standard start screen from any device. One of the cool things they've done is that they have incorporated a kids corner. So for all those people that lend their phone out to their children and get worried about applications and everything, you can now sit there and choose a kids corner and choose what apps they want to go. They can't purchase anything. All they can do is use the phone as a games machine.
And this is, actually what caught me out is Brad handed me the phone with the kids corner app enabled, and I couldn't actually get out of it.
Yeah, it's locked down, right?
It does lock down. Yeah. So the only way out is to power off, power back on again. Well, not power off, push the power button.
Suspend button, yeah.
And if you've got a PIN code or a key number, it's going to stop your kids from getting further back in there.
Totally.
Brilliant feature. I mean, my son will just, at any chance, steal the phone.
No, it's the same with mine. Mine love the phone. So, opening up the new Windows Phone 8 interface, you've got this new ability now with tiles, you can actually resize them. If I hold down this tile here, we'll get a setting and you can sit there and resize it to different sizes. Now, what I want to highlight when you're actually doing this, we'll get another video of this, is that when you resize it, you actually get different features.
Right.
So right now I have a very small tile. If I make it a little bit bigger, you can see it actually brings up a photo of me. If I just bring it down, I actually only get a smaller one. So it's actually intelligent with what it does with its tiles. Performance of this device is absolutely stunning.
Oh, it's slick. It is really, really slick. I mean, you can flick through things. It seems a little bit hard to say this, but it actually seems more responsive than the Windows 7.5 software.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I think it's been really, really well put together, built on Windows 8, which is the same kernel that's used across all the new platform. You've got Xbox Music, Xbox Video. It just seems to have a plethora of features that we've wanted from Windows Phone devices that we've now got in Windows 8. So really, really pleased with this. Again, I like the hardware. I like it. That's similar to the S3 hardware, which is the most popular phone in the market right now. But yeah, really, really pleased. I'll give that one to you.
Excellent. I'm going to run off with this. One thing I liked about this, we had to play around with some of the settings. Hugely extensive settings.
Yeah.
In the past, if you brought a phone into the country, not a lot of options for configuring APN devices. Now, of course, they could be carrier lockdown and versions coming into New Zealand, so we'll have to be mindful of that. But this one particular device, we got a lot of ability to make changes, set proxy settings. It even looked like we could actually set multiple APNs for different types of services as well.
Exactly.
So that's great, because you look at the likes of Vodafone has different services, of course. The other thing is speech. The speech software does have spaces for apps, so you can actually speak into apps that have the speech API built into it.
Yeah.
So that looks very exciting. So, I love the Windows Phone 7 speech service. I can talk to my phone and get it to do things while I'm driving. It really looks like it's going to really open up for developers to create applications for this. So looking forward to this, and I'm going to steal this and put it in my pocket.
So Windows Phone 8 SDK, so the development platform to develop apps for this, is out now.
Yes.
And it's got that all built in. Yep. Now, we're going to quickly move on here because we actually have another Samsung device that we've been. It's a bit of a Samsung day. So last week on the show, we showed you the new Microsoft Surface device. Now, all the Windows 8 devices are coming out.
Yep.
Now, this is a Atom-based, looks nothing special about it, but it's a Windows 8 device.
Yep.
Really, really nice. Now, I'm going to ask you to put the box down there for me. You're going to hold this, be my demo dolly. So what you've got here is a Windows 8 device with a keyboard. Great thing about this is it suddenly becomes a tablet. Really thin, actually it's got a similar feel to the Samsung phone there. Actually, it's just got that same look and feeling.
Yep.
Front and rear facing cameras. Atom, as I mentioned already. It's all built on the x86 platform still, so you've got the full rich desktop that we're used to. Again, no different to the RT device in my eyes. It's really.
It's probably it is slightly faster than, sorry, not slightly faster, slightly bigger than the Surface.
Yes.
Does have the micro SD, USB, microphone at the top, a few extra buttons, headphone socket and whatnot. We believe this one has the batteries in the keyboard.
Yep, and HDMI on this side as well.
Right, okay. So, not
really nice.
Not as slick as the magnetic base lock as this Surface has got. But this one's still pretty good. You put it in here, it's nice and firm, pretty solid, and you get the full keyboard. So it sort of turns it into an ultrabook, really.
Yeah, it does. Now, this is actually in market in New Zealand right now. You can go out to stores and purchase this. So, I'm going to actually go have a look at JB Hi-Fi on the weekend so I can get an accurate price. But we wanted to show you this. I mean, for me in the past, I've been hesitant around Atom-based devices.
That actually runs very well. I'm surprised. The perception is Atom, it's going to be slow. Run one app and the whole thing falls over.
Yep.
This one is slick. This moves quickly and it's great. And I think what it does is it's the Windows 8 processing. If a processor's in the background, Windows 8 spends less time working on it. It's they've really fixed up the kernel around that whole area.
Yeah. So far, super impressed with what's going on here.
Yeah.
I like the ability to dock a keyboard. Whilst this is great, I think it's fair to say it's a low end of the entry of the Windows 8 tablet devices. Great if you want to get into that space and you don't want to lose the keyboard. My love and passion is now with Surface. But after 2 days, so my battery has just run out about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I got 2 full days of battery out of my Surface, and I've been using it extensively. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is the Rolls Royce of tablets at the moment. It's right up there with the iPads.
You get that line from Oprah Winfrey or
something. Yeah, Oprah loves Surface apparently. But if you're looking at, we can't get that in New Zealand. So if you are looking at a low-end entry, this is a really, really good device. Now,
very good device.
We are going to show you some more devices next week. We are hopefully going to be reviewing some more Windows Phone 8 devices. Yep. And hopefully we'll be looking at some Android and other devices over the next few weeks as well. So we can actually do a bit of a comparison, and we can actually give you a well-balanced view of what's going on.
Yeah, so there we have it. That's our little mini episode. Obviously, fighting the challenges of playing with new technology. Sucks to be us and trying to build a studio at the same time. But so thanks for tuning in, and thanks for your feedback about the previous episode that we put up there. A lot of you guys liked the Surface and a little bit of the informal banter, and you wouldn't have probably realised that the camera we used last time was a Logitech $80 webcam. Or you probably did if you knew what was going on.
Yep.
Hey, we got it all together, and we've got, as I say, way too much content and not enough time to build a set, so we're just pushing through. So anyway, send us some comments. We'd love to hear from you. Go along to our website, Geeksphere.tv, and at the end of our video, we've got a few other links in which you can get hold of us on.
Yeah, and if you've got anything you want us to review, either send us the details and let us know what you want done. Otherwise, some hints and tricks and tips. We want to broadcast that on the show. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Yeah.